Howdy Geekazoids, and welcome to another Z2H review, and my apologies for being MIA as I've been quite busy, but hey, at least I'm back, and I'm back reviewing one of my fave female superheroes, aka Wonder Woman. And as you can see, I've got the Hot Toys Deluxe Wonder Woman, which is more or less a remold of last year's Hot Toys Wonder Woman. I purposely skipped last year's release because of all the complaints and how she was developed, so I bit my lip, waited, and ended up getting this one. So I guess let's start with the art of the box, which looks great. But you know what? Before you get to this box, you've got to pull it out of this Hot Toys brown box. It's got your typical Hot Toys logo on it, along with the model number and or item number, and type of figure listed as well. Typical Hot Toys brown box, more or less. And the main box is also protected by this plastic as well. Not sure if it's prudent or important to show you that, but it is what it is, and there it is. And like I said, thus far, I do like the front of the box, showing off a serious and determined Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman, with her sword in hand, and in the middle of the box we see it say, Justice League Wonder Woman. I like the colors, I like the texture. So yeah, the art really is quite lovely. I mean, it's simple, but it works. It really does work for this figure. And quickly, let's show the other angles of the box. Now, where should I start? Left, right, or maybe I should start at the very, let's see, you know what? The top of the box. And then we'll work our way around. Alright, so at the top it says Wonder Woman, Deluxe version. And here's the one side. The artwork wraps around and it says Wonder Woman. Very nice indeed. And here's the other side, wraps around again, and again says Wonder Woman. And here we have the back of the box where it says, you can't stop the world alone, with the Wonder Woman emblem or symbol there as well. Now it is a sleeve covering type of box, which I'll show you in a sec, and to get to the main box holding the figure and all the accessories, you've got to slide the box covering up or down to get to the good stuff. Like so. And voila! Ta-da! Although you can't see everything all that well due to the glare is annoying, isn't it? We'll get her out of her prison soon enough. For now, I'll just give you a little bit of a close-up. Looks to be a shield, looks to be extra hands. What else do we have? A lasso, maybe two. Looks like bullet effects. Yeah, a bunch of stuff. It looks like they organized it quite nicely. Tiara, Wonder Woman herself, very, very nice. They organized it really, really nice. Bracelets. Awesome. All right. So like I said, let's get her out of her prison. And here she is looking very Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman. So at least that's a good sign. But I will say I do have a couple qualms with her, which I'll get to momentarily. But for now, let's show some of the accessories that she comes with. Let's see. So as you can see, she's already wearing a couple of gold and silver bracelets of submission. But she also comes with a gold and orange pair as well, these here, which are magnetic ones, which are mainly made for the bullet sparking effect attachments, which I'll show you in a sec. There's another angle there. Alright, so what should I show next? You know what? Let's show the armband. I don't know, for some reason, it's one of my favorite accessories. It just looks very, very cool. Very nice. Alright, so let's see. Next we have her notorious golden lasso of truth. Now I do get two lasso of truth. This one, which is mainly made for attaching to the side of her waist / hip, and the other one, which is a two-part lasso, mainly made for action posing or holding purposes. Not too shabby. And I might as well show you this whole tray, and it holds the two-part action lasso that I was talking about, and a generous amount of interchangeable hands. You get relaxed hands, a pair of fists, hands for holding the lasso, hands for holding weapons in general, and a left sword holding hand as well. Very, very nice. I like how they organized it in this tray. And mind you, another tray, which I'll show you pretty much right now. And in this tray we have more goodies. So you do get quite a bit of accessories with her. I was a little surprised that we got this much, but hey, I'm quite happy with the amount that we got at least. So here we have her shield. Very, very nice. Very nice indeed. And here we have her sword. Quite nice considering it's plastic. Really nice details considering. It's hard to zoom in without catching all the blurry effects. Just trying to show you all the angles so you can get a better idea. Like I said, considering it's plastic, it's got some excellent detail considering. Very, very nice. And here we have a brown leather mimicking cross belt. Not too shabby. We'll get that on a little later. And here we have her, let's see, trying to get the sparking bullet effects. They're very small and hard to pick up, especially the smaller ones. And there they are. Which I said earlier, they magnetize to her gold / orange bracelets. There's 3 different sizes, which make it somewhat more realistic when you attach them. There and there. There's the extra small one, a little bit of a pain to pick up, but not too bad. And I can't wait to get these on. And these are just the hooks which help equip the shield onto her back. And last but not least, here we have an Amazonian mother box. I really like the feel and the look of the mother box, and it's got a nice weight to it considering its size. And I do love how deeply detailed it is as well. Maybe better look there. But of all the accessories, it's one of the most impressive ones. Actually, I shouldn't say accessory. Is it really an accessory? It's not like you're putting a mother box on her. It's an added bonus, and I really do like it. Alright, and this is the instruction booklet, which I thought would be a good idea to fully delve into. There's the front of it. And there's the back. Alright, so A, wearing shoulder strap. Take off the head sculpt. Put the strap through the figure's left arm and neck as shown. And then it says, fasten the strap with the touch fasteners at the back of the figure as indicated. B, interchangeable bracelets of submission. There's the diagram for that. Slip on the armband and interchangeable bracelets of submission onto the figure's arms in the sequence as shown. Attach the magnetic bullet sparkling effects onto the bracelets of submission. And that's that for that. Next, C, wielding the shield. Attach indicated hooks onto the back of shoulder strap and equip the shield as shown. First, use the indicated hand to hold the shield and then attach the hand to the arm as shown. Next, D, we have equipping the engraved sword and the lasso of truth. Place the sword at the back of the figure onto shoulder strap as indicated. Unsnap the button to put the lasso of truth onto the strap as shown. Complete as shown. E, head movement. Tilt the head skull upward before turning it to the preferred position. Otherwise, it may cause paint. What does that say? It may cause paint fading? Okay. Head movement F. Continued. Head movement 2, I guess. Tilt the head sculpt to preferred position within 20 degrees as shown. Be careful when rotating the head because it may cause damage to the neck. G, arm movement. The arms can move in the direction and within the angles as indicated. Don't excessively bend or move the arms, otherwise the figure will get damaged. Alright. So H, arm movement 2, continued. The elbows can move in the direction and within the angles as indicated. Don't excessively bend or move the elbows, otherwise the figure will get damaged. Lovely. Leg movement, again. The legs can move in the direction and within the angles as indicated. Don't excessively move the legs in huge angles, otherwise the legs might damage the costume. The legs can be raised, as shown there. The legs can be raised in the direction and within 90 degrees as indicated. Don't excessively bend the knees as it might damage the thigh and costume. Leg movement 2. Do not bend the legs outwards or inwards, otherwise the figure will be damaged. Some cautions there in K. Don't attempt to split the lasso of truth, otherwise accessories will be damaged. Some do's and don'ts there. The hooded robe and cross body belt. A, shoulder strap, B, belt, C, robe. Then it says release the indicated touch fasteners before wearing the robe on the figure. Okay, so wearing the robe, D there. Place the robe on the figure. Slip left arm through part A on the robe and put the belt through part B on the robe as shown. C, wearing the robe 2. Wrap left side of the robe and fasten the belt around waist with touch fastener. Slip right arm through part C on the robe as shown. It says wrap right side of the robe around the body. Allow shoulder strap to cross the upper body from left to right. Put it through part D on the robe as shown. And some more warnings. It talks about don't excessively bend the arms and legs. In A there, a lot of cautions actually. B, it talks about the outfit is not detachable. Don't try to take it off, otherwise it may get damaged. C, it basically says do not expose the figure to direct sunlight for extended amounts of time or the figure may get damaged. So a fair bit of warnings. D, more about wearing the robe. 3, properly snap the touch fastener on the side of the strap under the robe to complete the style. More cautions. Zoom in there properly. Please handle the heavily, what does that say? Please handle the heavily weighted mother box with care. No, what does that say? Avoid direct contact of the robe with the figure for long periods of time. Otherwise, the color of the fabric may transfer onto the figure. Well, that's interesting. And that's that for the manual. So again, here she is raw with none of the extra accessories on her yet, and although I do have some negative things to say about this figure, right now I'll just point out the positive, which is aesthetically she does look great from head to toe. Hot Toys really tried hard to get her looks just right. Now her legs feel more like a harder rubber plastic as opposed to her arms and torso area, where it gets more of a softer rubbery silicone-like texture of sorts, but maybe that's just because legs are obviously thicker, so I don't know. And although it does look good, there are issues with the way they did it, which I'll get to later in the review. For now, I guess the best thing to do is for me to bring her a little closer so you can see how well she actually looks aesthetically. So even though some reviewers say she looks like she has this gaze or stare out to space, for lack of a better word, she does, but still she uncannily looks like Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman. And that Hot Toys did deliver on, from her long, semi-curly, dark brown rooted hair to her complexion and skin tone, plus makeup. And if you ask me, they really did a fantastic job in correlation to trying to create a movie-accurate gal as Wonder Woman. Otherwise, moving on to her tiara, it looks quite nice too. And I really love how they put together her red, blue, and gold colored Wonder Woman armor. And the addition of the little bit of weathering and or battle damage effects that they added to the armor gives it an extra nice touch too. So yeah, I'm trying to give credit where it's due, and aesthetically they did a really fine job. Nice tone on her legs too, as you can see there. And even more nice weathering and color matching via her boots. Very, very nice. That being said, I will say that the skirt could have covered her booty better. Not only does it not look right, but it looks too obvious of an air for almost anyone to see, so that they could have improved on. It just looks too weird. Her butt's just way too exposed. But hey, that's just the way I see it. I mean, it's kind of obvious of an error. Even with that pose, like a regular, normal pose, it just doesn't look right. Okay, so she also comes with a really nice stand, which I'll give you a closer look in a bit. And right after that, while I'm giving an even closer look at this Hot Toys Wonder Woman, I'm going to relay my extensive amount of qualms about this figure. Like I said earlier, the positive factor here is that aesthetically she looks fantastic. To me, this is Gal Gadot personified as Wonder Woman to the 9th degree, albeit I specifically say this once compared to some of the other 6-scale figures out there. This one really puts most of the others to shame, and is a slightly better mold and or remold of the last Hot Toys Wonder Woman run. Let's give you a little closer look again before I put her on her base. And then I'll get into my little rant. So there it is. There she is on the base. The base does look great, if you ask me. And she does look great on the base itself. I love the chrome type lettering of Justice League on the base. And also the chrome or silver plaque with Wonder Woman seemingly engraved into it. Very, very nice indeed. So yeah, like I said, aesthetically, she looks great, and at least the base looks great. So that at least is a bonus. They complement each other, so that's good. Now, I will say that the base is bigger than most Hot Toys bases that I've seen, and I kind of like that. Might as well give you a closer look. I kind of like that for a change. There it says Justice League, and there's the plaque where it says Wonder Woman. Okay, qualms. So where do I begin? First of all, I think Hot Toys is either confused in their obvious transitioning into something silicone and or similar in order to give it that extra realistic feel and look, or they knew what they were doing and simply did a crappy job. Whatever the reasoning, they've got quite a ways to go before they delve into the game of seamless figures. The articulation is so bad that not only is it not user-friendly, but you could damage the figure if you over-articulate a particular area. For example, making her upper arm, moving her upper arm, you can just feel a tear coming if you go too far. I think the safest areas to articulate are the legs. Otherwise, that's about it. It almost feels as if it's halfway into trying to become a true user-friendly seamless figure, but the other half is shouting, I should have been a statue. You can't have it both ways, and proof of that is how this figure was put together. Also, I feel the accessories are made with cheap materials. See the upper part of the cross belt by her shoulder? So there's the cross belt. See that shoulder part? It almost felt like, I mean, I barely touched it. I was testing the quality of it, and it started to peel almost as if it was dollar store glue stick that put it together. I mean, it probably wasn't, but it sure felt like it. And speaking of materials, what's with avoiding direct contact of her robe with the figure for long periods? So if you or I wanted this Wonder Woman to wear a robe or pose her with the robe for a long period, we'd risk the fabric transferring onto the figure. I mean, that's utterly ridiculous, especially for the premium price of something like a 6 scale Hot Toys figure, and especially with all the reviewers out there. They should have really and truly have rethought the materials used. And I'm not being nitpicky, because if you look at my past reviews, I feel like I'm one of the more lenient reviewers out there. So when you see me in a rare rant like this, anyways, I'm not too pleased whatsoever. In closing, if you only care about the aesthetics, this is a great figure to have. But anything else, I'd say pass to this Franken wonder, so to speak. So yeah, that's about it. Just my opinion. Like I said, Geekazoids, it's up to you. I mean, aesthetically it looks great, but hey, I wouldn't recommend it for any other reason. Until the next time, keep it real, even if real means bringing out your toys is bringing out some fun.